and what you can do to prevent it, right, Banu?
Clear insight and a complete and utter wake-up call. So for every one of us in the studio and outside and at home as well, we hope that you learned a lot on what we discussed on gastritis on this segment, because it's not just a word that we use in the dictionary, it's something really common. And thank you, Doctor, once again for making it with Good Morning Sri Lanka. It's been our pleasure. Hope you had a good time.
Yes, I did.
We are about to take a break, but do not forget to join us on our Facebook fan page. Join it, like it, and share anything which you like to show and feature on our show. We will do that because you are our priority. It's www.facebook.com/goodmorningsrilanka. I'll repeat it to you. It's www.goodmorningsrilanka.com/www.facebook.com/goodmorningsrilanka. That's the way to go. And write to us on MTV Sports at maharaja.lk. I've been saying it all over again. Alright, it's time for us to take a commercial break. We'll be back with another surprise. Don't go anywhere.
Good morning, Sri Lanka. You're back with us on the show. Now, we were with Professor Arjuna De Silva earlier in the segments, and we were speaking about gastritis on today's show. But we as Sri Lankans, we have a very specific and a very special medical culture in our own country, and that's Ayurvedic medicine. And right now in the studio we have with us Dr. Sandun Senanayaka, who is a professional doctor in Ayurvedic medicine, and he's here with us as well to give some Ayurvedic insights on gastritis and the prevention and the cure from that perspective. So let's welcome him onto the show. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Welcome to the show.
How is the morning so far been? Good?
Yeah, it's good. Busy with my patients.
Of course. That includes the both of us, I think, right now. To start off with, what are the causes of gastritis when it comes to Ayurvedic medicine?
Yeah. First we are going that thing. We want to know that what is the main what we are talking about the gastritis in the Ayurvedic pattern. No?
Yeah.
Then we want to know what in Ayurvedic medicine what we are calling the gastritis, how it's happened. No? Before the treatments, right?
Yeah,
of course.
It means introductory level of this gastritis, right? Gastritis in our Ayurvedic term is we are called the Urdhava Amla Pitta, right?
Okay.
I see.
In which normally we are knowing that it like happen like this. This is the common term. Gastritis means the common term for all the kind of inflammation and the irritations of the inner line of the stomach, right? That's the main thing. But in Ayurvedic way, we are calling that Amla Pitta. This is normally called Amla Pitta because that is happening. There are three kind of things. We are balancing our body in Ayurvedic system. We call that three main doshas in, right? Vata, Pitta and the Kapha, right? There are main three effects from our body to balancing our body good in way, right? In this gastritis going to the Pitta dosha, right? If someone getting the Pitta dosha level is increasing, we call that patient explodes into the gastritis, right? That is in the Ayurvedic way how is happening the gastritis, what is the introductory level. Then we are going to see what is the causes for the gastritis. There are so many things, right? Firstly, the food pollutions. Then the medical in the medical side we are going to do some drugs, right? Then the behaviors, like these things we are getting to the gastritis.
So there are so many things that can cause gastritis.
Yeah.
But in your opinion, what is the most prominent factor that causes gastritis, especially in Sri Lanka?
In this time, the mostly affected thing is, I thought, the foods.
I see.
Food and the lifestyle.
What do you mean the food? Where do you want to put that into?
Because in last the last years ago, because our people because we have some traditional culture, no? We are Sri Lankans, no? We have a specific culture more than other countries, right? We have the system ways for our meals, right? But in this time we are all like the machines, no? We always going for the quickly meals, right?
Of course, and
quick
processed
snacks.
foods.
Yeah, snacks. Because of that, because all these things highly containing artificial flavors, this colorings, all those things were artificial, right?
Fizzy drinks and
Yeah.
junk foods. Yes.
Because of all this kind of food is mainly cause for the gastritis. Because this food items mainly affect for the increase in the stomach acids. When we increase in the stomach acid level, we call that gastritis.
So what do you recommend for this not to occur?
Yeah, first we have the proper time and proper meals for our main courses, right? We have to take the breakfast in the proper time, lunch in the proper time, and dinner in the proper time, right?
Okay.
That's the mainly thing we have to follow, right?
Of course.
Then we have to go like this. In our ancient time, king said, in the breakfast we have to eat like the king, right? Then lunch is like a normal person. Then dinner like go to the poor people, like just like. Because this breakfast give the whole energy to the work out the day out, right? We have to get fulfill nutrition foods for the our breakfast, like just like having a milk, then go for some vegetable, then go for some fruit, then go for cereals. Like the whole are containing nutrition food items. We have to go for the breakfast.
So, doctor, you mentioned the fact that people should eat at the right time.
Yeah.
If you can give a right time to each of these food intakes, breakfast this time, lunch this time, and dinner this time, what are the time zones that you can offer the people?
But because you know that when we are in this lifestyle, we can't go for those times and correctly things, no.
Yeah, but if
Because
you can give
we
an
are-
average
Yeah.
zone,
Average thing is because normally in Ayurveda, the time is we are getting time is they turn nearly 4:30 to 5, right?
okay.
In that moment, in this time, they call you have to have the breakfast like 6:30, around 6:45.
All right.
Okay. But in that busy lifestyle, we can't follow that thing.
You
So
can't
it's not
really
practical.
say.
It's
Yeah,
not
that's
always.
not practical.
Yes.
So if someone does have gastritis at the moment, what kind of foods should they eat, and what would you recommend? Because I think you can, according to Ayurveda, you can start your remedies at home itself.
Yeah.
So what are the types of foods that they should consume?
Right. Because you know that in Ayurveda, we are dividing foods in two categories. There are hot foods and the cool foods, right?
See,
When the person get the gastritis, we have to take more cool foods, right? Avoiding from that hot foods, right? Because that hot foods always look into the increase in our body heat, right? When we increase our body heat, it will mainly focus into the gastritis level increasing.
so
Okay?
what are the types of cool foods? that
It means
someone
like
can have?
when you get the examples, right? Like cucumbers, this pumpkins, right? Then milk. Milk means the fresh milk. Like this bananas, then asparagus.
I see.
Yeah, asparagus is a very very effective food.
Gastritis.
Yeah, you know that in our Ayurvedic, we get the person from the willing gastritis. The first stage we are given that asparagus roots powder. Take the powder from the asparagus roots powder and mix with the ghee, pure ghee, right? Mix with the ghee and to eat the empty stomach at the morning. Right? That's a very effective drug.
I see.
Yeah.
And
Then we
milk
can-
is also something
Yeah.
that people
Milk is-
usually, because people that's readily available for them.
Yeah,
they-
the thing is because that because gastritis cause for the highly increase in acid level, no.
Yes.
Because when we are taking that milk or some kind of this thing, it will reduce the acid level, right? Because of that, we are preparing the milk is good food. Then we can add like this in the morning. We can take the some banana, then cut in small pieces, and add some milk, then eat it with the empty stomach. It will get more effect for the get it from the gastritis.
So before breakfast, before tea, that's the first thing to do.
Yeah, but with the patient getting the gastritis, but tea is not good one for him.
Okay.
But you know that tea is containing caffeine, no?
Yes.
Caffeine is increasing the acid level in our stomach.
All right.
It is
I
not a
see.
good food in the morning.
So avoid tea altogether. I think that's what Professor Arjuna also mentioned in the earlier segment.
Exactly, and that's what we would like to get into right now as well. Now, you mentioned the foods and drinks that's recommended for a gastritis patient. What are the foods that you would like to say from an Ayurvedic perspective, advising people not to consume?
Yeah, when we meet the gastritis patient, we advise like this, right? Avoiding hot food. Hot foods in media like this. Normally we use the meat items like beef, pork, like that meat item. Then we are going to like seafood items like crab, prawns, lobster, right? All that we are getting that called hot food, right? Then too much spicy, then chilies are not good for them. Then too much pepper. We have to avoid those things from when we want to get rid from the gastritis. We have to avoid from that kind of food items.
So all of these things can help you to really reduce gastritis and prevent it from actually occurring in the first place. But now, if someone has tried out these home remedies and they are not finding it very effective, they come to you and they come to you for different treatments. So what kind of treatments are there within Ayurveda to treat gastritis?
Yeah. When we meet the patient, first we are doing pulse diagnosing, right? Then we can identify the situation of the patient, right? First, we are not going for the too much drugs and too much treatments, right? First, we are starting on the treatment, the small things, right? In we are starting the treatment, we are normally we have some powders, right? Especially made from powders. Normally we are given like Pattikara churna, then Tripala churna, then Amlaki churna, then all are very effective for the reducing the acid level in our stomach. We have firstly started on like that churnas, then we are given some drinking things, it means drinking tablets, then drinking some the liquids for the reducing the acid level in our stomach.
Alright. So these are the treatments that you will come across if you ever go for Ayurvedic medicine, and that is a great option here in Sri Lanka. I mean, so many people do come to you for Ayurvedic treatment, right?
Yeah, because the thing is, you know that when we are going to the Western medicine, right, what are the things like when we take the Panadol, it's also have the side effects. But in our Ayurvedic drugs, we are 100% guaranteed there is no side effects. Because this is 100% natural, it is 100% herbal. Because we are all recognizing our nature, right? There is no any pesticides, chemicals. There is no any artificial coloring, no chemical base.
No
This is a
danger
pure
whatsoever.
one. Yeah. Because you know that in Ayurveda, when we look at what is Ayurveda, Ayurveda is long life. Ayurveda. Ayur means long is life. Ayurveda, because we know that preventing is better the care than this.
There you have it in a nutshell. I think doctor said it best. But so we have to speak about tomorrow's show as well, Banu, because I think our time with the doctor has now come to an end. So we need, before we thank him, we need to speak about tomorrow's show, and we're having cover artists on the show coming
Really,
up.
Maya?
Yes, we do, and Banu and I were actually discussing doing a song ourselves and putting it up on YouTube, but that's not going to happen. So we're having actual cover artists on the show who are really talented, and we'll be having people like Shyam Dean, Garuda, as well as Manisha Jayawardene. So you don't want to miss this show. Do tune into Good Morning Sri Lanka tomorrow to catch that. And I think we'll come to the end of our segment, Doctor. Thank you so much for being with us.
Okay, thanks for calling for this moment. Okay.
So we hope you have a good time, and we did too. So thank you so much for the information. And I'm sure that you at home also learnt a lot. We got so many different perspectives about this one topic, and that's very important as well. So Banu, I think you need to introduce what's coming up right after this break.
Yes, Samaya, we are indeed having two superstars after the break as well. Surli Fernando, a theme singer of the Sri Siddhartha Gautama movie, and of course you've got Olga Vijayasuriya as well, who is a veteran journalist and a critic as well. They're coming after the break. Stay tuned with Good Morning Sri Lanka.